Welcome back to Mental Math. Today's equation looks simple at first glance. X to the sixth power equals 8. But here's what makes this interesting. The fundamental theorem of algebra tells us that a sixth-degree polynomial has exactly 6 roots. Not just the obvious positive real root, but 6 distinct solutions living in the complex plane. To uncover all 6 roots, we need to think about this problem in the complex plane. And the key tool for that is polar coordinates, which let us represent numbers by their distance from the origin and their angle. Let's call our number z's, which is just 8 sitting on the real axis. In complex form, that's 8 plus 0i. In polar form, we need 2 pieces of information. First, the magnitude r, which measures the distance from the origin. For 8, that's just 8. Second, we need the angle, which we call theta. Since 8 sits on the positive real axis, its principal angle is 0. Now here's the crucial insight. Angles are periodic. If we add any full rotation, any integer multiple of 2 pi, we get back to the same point on the complex plane. This periodicity is what reveals our hidden roots. So we can write 8 in this general polar form. 8 times cosine of 2k pi plus I sine of 2k pi, where k can be any integer. Now we can apply one of the most elegant tools in complex analysis, Moivre's theorem. The theorem tells us how to find all nth roots. Take the nth root of the magnitude and divide the angle, including all those periodic copies, by n. This simple operation reveals all the hidden roots. For our problem, n is 6 and theta starts at 0. So our roots are given by this formula, where k ranges from 0 to 5. Each value of k gives us a different root. Let's simplify the magnitude part first. 8 to the 1/6 power. Well, 8 is 2 to the third. So this becomes 2 to the 3/6, which reduces to 2 to the 1/2, the square root of 2. And simplifying the angle fraction gives us this beautifully compact formula. Every root has magnitude square root of 2, and they're evenly distributed with angles that are multiples of pi over 3. Now let's walk through each of the 6 roots and see what they actually are. Starting with k equals 0. Plugging in 0 for k. The angle becomes 0. Cosine of 0 is 1, sine of 0 is 0. So our first root is just the positive real number, square root of 2. That's the one you'd get if you just took the 6th root naively. For k equals 1. Now the angle is pi over 3, or 60 degrees. From the unit circle, cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2, and sine of pi over 3 is square root of 3 over 2. Distributing gives us our first complex root, living in the upper right quadrant. Moving to k equals 2. The angle is now 2 pi over 3, or 120 degrees. We're in the second quadrant now. Cosine is negative 1/2, but sine stays positive at square root of 3 over 2. And this gives us another complex root in the upper left. At k equals 3. Plugging in 3 for k. 3 pi over 3 simplifies to just pi. And at pi radians, we're on the negative real axis. Cosine is negative 1, sine is 0. So we're back to real numbers. This is negative square root of 2, our second real root. For k equals 4 and 5, something beautiful happens. The symmetry of the unit circle means these roots are just the complex conjugates of the ones we already found. The fourth root mirrors the second root, but reflected across the real axis. And the fifth root mirrors the first complex root. Now let's see what these 6 roots actually look like. They're not scattered randomly. There's a beautiful geometric pattern here. Let's visualize the complex plane with the real axis horizontal and the imaginary axis vertical. Since every root has the same magnitude, square root of 2, they all sit on a circle of that radius. And here they are, all 6 roots, perfectly evenly spaced around the circle. Each one is separated by exactly 60 degrees, or pi over 3 radians. They form a perfect regular hexagon. This symmetry isn't a coincidence. It's built into the structure of Moivre's theorem, and it appears whenever you take 6th roots of any complex number. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed exploring the hidden symmetry in complex roots, give this video a like and subscribe for more mathematical discoveries.